Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joko Sipeliti. I am a motherhood, parenting, lifestyle, beauty content creator, and I bring you videos every Wednesdays at 4 p.m. and Sundays at 5 p.m. Okay, so if you're new here, that's me. Welcome. If you're not and you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Please, we're on our road to 1,000. You're probably so tired of me saying this, but hey, I'm excited. So please, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can always get the videos that I make, send through, pop up as a notification, share, tell your friends, and help this family grow. Okay, so today we are talking about breastfeeding. Things I wish I knew before I started breastfeeding. A lot of these tips I learned from my lactation consultant who helped me. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a midwife. I'm not a certified lactation consultant. I literally am just giving you all the tips and tricks I learned, and I hope they work for you. And again, as I always say, if you are struggling with breastfeeding or there's anything medically that you're not sure about, always speak to your medical provider or find a lactation consultant who will be able to rectify and help you. Yeah, but without further ado, let's get started. Okay, again, I'm doing my sections today. I love order, I love sections. I have my notebook here to keep me on track. So let's get started. My lighting today is just doing the most and I'm done. Like I'm feeling done. Okay, anyways, let's just continue. Okay, so first things first, breastfeeding supplies. These are like the things that I always had around me that helped me, especially when I first started, to know what I was doing. And yeah, first thing was a pillow. A regular pillow will work, or if you fancy schmancy, then a boppy or breastfeeding pillow will work. Next, nipple cream. The two creams that I really loved using was the Lancinole. Yeah, you guys know me and my memory. But they'll pop up, and the Medela one. Ooh, I love those. They're expensive, but they're so worth it because the quality that you get from those nipple creams is proper, and they like literally moisturize your nipples and make sure that you're always soft and ready for breastfeeding. A comfortable spot where you are most comfortable with and feel like you get your positions proper. If it means you have to go to one place in the house every single time, girl, do that. Like, you and baby are literally learning, so find a comfort spot that works for you and stick to it until you're more comfortable with breastfeeding. Next, of course, a burping cloth and wet wipes. So those are things that I always had around me every single time I was going to breastfeed. Okay, so the first thing that I want to start with is latching. Okay, latching is the number one thing you need to get right in order to successfully breastfeed. If you have a bad latch, that is like goodbye breastfeeding, goodbye nipples, goodbye boobs that look like boobs. Okay, it will literally crack your nipples and you will bleed. You will go through the most discomfort. You'll probably get mastitis because your boobs are not being let out, or the milk's not being let out all at once. It's just trauma. So latching is number one when it comes to breastfeeding. Okay, it does take a lot of time and patience, and like I said, you and baby, y'all just met. Y'all are strangers. So you literally have to learn this game of latching together, and it's gonna take trial and error, delatching and latching again to get it right. And hang in there, because once you succeed in this, breastfeeding will be a breeze. Okay, and again, if you have a poor latch already, please consult a lactation consultant, someone who has actual, qualifications for this to rectify it for you so that you can enjoy your breastfeeding journey longer. Okay, so I have this ball with me, and I want you to pretend that there is a nipple at the end of here. Okay, I'm gonna try my best to show. I might have pictures as well. I'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna try my best to show you from what I've learned and what worked for me how to get a proper latch. Okay, so if this is the nipple that's protruding here, right? Baby never feeds on the nipple directly, right? That is the number one thing that's going to cause you to crack. It's literally going to crack your nipple. You will have scabs and you will bleed. That's a bad latch. Okay, so if you have baby, I'm going to draw on this because no one plays with this anymore. You know that your boob has the areola, right? Which is like the dark pigmented part of your boob, right? So that's where baby latches. And in order to ensure, let me bring this in order to ensure that you're getting baby to latch on, you need to get baby's mouth wide open from the word go. If they go in with the closed mouth, they're probably only going to touch the nipple, and that's going to hurt you. So when they're babies, when they're still newborns, you can activate that by pressing around their mouths, and they kind of follow it around and they open their mouths. Yes, you do that. Try and get their mouths open. When they're older, it does get a bit easier. Okay, so once baby's mouth is open, right, and you have the boob with the nipple close to their mouth, you want the nipple part to be in line with their nose. Okay. And the first contact the boob makes with the baby is the areola touches the chin, the bottom part of the baby, right? The mouth is wide open, areola is on the chin, the bottom of your areola, and the nipple is in line with the nose. Okay. Then you bring baby to the boob. Not you go down and bring the boob to the baby. No. Once you have that, you move baby into the boob. They latch nicely, and you should not be able to see the majority of your areola because they are supposed to latch around your areola and start pulling from there. Okay. That's as basic as I can describe it to you. Like I said, the nipple has to actually be at the palate, like at the top back palate of the baby, where the milk is then going to deposit into their throat. If the nipple's at their mouth, they're not sucking milk, and that can take long and can be painful and is what is known as a bad latch. Okay. So yeah, if you do happen to attach baby incorrectly, like when you are trying to latch, just take your finger, put it in the side of the baby, pull down on the jaw so that they can release their jaw, then you remove the boob. Never pull away. Because if you pull away, that's going to cause more pain and discomfort to you. Obviously hurting you because they're still latching on there regardless and not going to let go because they're hungry. Okay. So I hope that explains latching. If not, like I said, consult a lactation specialist to ensure you know what you're doing. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about the different positions, okay, that there is to breastfeeding. Okay, so the first position, which was my favorite as a new mom, was what we call a cross cradle. Okay, so if you're breastfeeding from the left hand side, right, you're going to take your right and you're going to put baby in your right hand, right, and then you're going to hold the left hand coinciding with the left boob that you're feeding from, and you're going to hold baby like this. Remember, stomach of baby to your stomach. That's how you know that the baby's in a good position, and you're going to feed like this. This for me made me feel like I was in control, especially when I was making sure that baby latches on. I had full control of me holding my boob and making sure that I got all that areola into the baby's mouth and like this, and it was comfortable, okay, for me. Next position is the one we're all really familiar with, which is called the cradle position, right? Where you have baby like this, the normal breastfeeding position that we know. Again, baby stomach to your stomach, and you breastfeed like this. Okay, so that is the normal position that we know. Next one is the football hold. For any C-section moms, for me, this is the best position. Every baby I started breastfeeding like this because I was so scared of them hurting my incision or like making me feel uncomfortable, because anyone or anything that touches my stomach just activated my fear of pain. You're gonna hurt me. So this position is golden for C-section moms. Okay. Again, football hold. So if you're feeding from the left boob, you're gonna hold baby with the left hand. Okay, baby's body is going to be away from your stomach, right? And you are going to hold them like this, so that again their stomach is somehow here to the side of you, and then the right hand is the one that has access to the boob. You hold it and you breastfeed like this. I really like this position. Sometimes I'd even hold baby a bit upright where her stomach was like this under my boob, because I really had a fast letdown and I felt like she was choking on it. She was lying down too much. So me having her up here and bringing her to the boob just made it easier for me. So this position really worked for me. Okay. Then again, we have the normal, the one where you lay on the side, baby lies next to you and you breastfeed them. That is like when you're a pro breastfeeder. That's when you have it on lock and you literally can start trying stunts. That's a stunt position, man. That's like, I made it because I know what I'm doing position, you know. That one's comfortable, especially at night. I loved that position. Guys, just get baby, you know, pop the boob out, feed, and when you're done, like, it's easy, it's golden, you know, especially if you're co-sleeping. And then the last position is the laid back position, where you literally lie down, all the way down, and you hold baby again with this hand as you would like a normal breastfeeding whatever, and you're laying down and you're feeding baby like this. If you have a fast let down and you feel like baby's choking on the milk, that's the best. But they do outgrow this position pretty fast because they do grow. Your milk does calm down, and after a while they're just like, girl, this ain't working for me. Okay, so those are the different positions that worked. Lastly, just general things that you should know about breast milk. If you are going to pump or you're going to express, how long you should wait, how long you should put it out, how long you should stay, things like that. Okay, so freshly pumped breast milk lasts 4 days in the refrigerator, and 6 to 12 months in the freezer. Okay, in room temperature, up to 4 hours. So any breast milk that is left after feeding, baby didn't finish, 2 hours, then chuck it away. So after 2 hours, like, it's dead, it needs to go, you need to throw it away. And then unfreezing your breast milk if you are pumping and, you know, stashing there in the freezer and building up your supply. The best way to unfreeze breast milk is to thaw with warm water. To thaw means basically just put it in warm water, never microwave, never try any of those stunts. Just get you a kettle, pour it in somewhere in a container, hot water in there, and put the breast milk in whatever container it is there for it to thaw out. That can last 1 to 2 hours at room temperature, and then 1 day in the refrigerator. Okay, so it has a very short lifespan when it's thawed, and you cannot refrigerate it again. Like, once you have thawed the milk and now it's no longer frozen, you need to get rid of it. Okay, you can't you just can't refreeze it again. Okay, and then they're cutting grass, but I hope you can't hear that. Again, just the last few tips when it comes to breastfeeding. Guys, nipple cream is going to be your best friend. What I would do is I would literally put nipple cream on before I feed baby and after. And the best thing that you need to do or keep note of is, after breastfeeding baby, you want to let your boobs air dry before you place them back into your bra. And sometimes even using your own breast milk from your boob to just, like, you know, smother it around your areola, around your nipples, can really bring you that moisture and that healing that you need. If not, again, the nipple cream. I used to use the nipple cream all the time. And what I would do is, after every feed, I'd always wipe down my boob, make sure it's clean, don't want to leave any, you know, bacteria and things like that around it. Put the nipple cream on, and before every feed, I'd wipe my boob, nipple cream, and then feed the baby. Same goes for pumping. I have a whole video up on Pumping 101, how I exclusively pumped for my 3rd child. I have that video for anyone who's interested in pumping. But yeah, also breastfeeding is gonna make you very hungry, very thirsty, always have something to drink around. Guys, I felt like I was always drinking water. Like, it was just so intense. It just takes so much out of you. And those first few days can really feel like hell, I know. Even when you get your latch right, your areolas are going to be crying. They're going to be like, what is going on? This is so uncomfortable, the discomfort. Hang in there, you know. It does get better. They will harden as time goes on, or soften just as they get used to the baby. Okay. And then also, if you are going to start pumping, please be aware of the 3 different phases of your milk. First, you have your full milk. When you notice that with the first time when you attach baby on the boob, they have like this fast sucking motion, right? So that is the first milk that comes in, which is like I'm gonna put it as the 3-course meal, which is like the first meal that you get in a 3-course meal, right? The appetizer. So that's just kind of appetizing them, just getting them in there. Then you notice once baby gets done with that rapid sucking motion, then they start pulling slowly. That is the main course. That's the main meal. That's the real deal. That's when you know they're really getting that milk and all those nutrients and that thickish milk that's really going to fill them up, right? So you want to let baby sit on that boob until they detach themselves, right? Then the third sort of milk that is going to be released is then what I call is the dessert, okay? Which is extra thick, which is going to seal that stomach and make sure that they are really full at the end, okay? So you want to make sure that you give your baby that 3-course breast milk meal that they need to ensure that they really have fed completely. So always let your baby be the one to detach. And girl, you'll know when they're done. They'll let you just like that nipple out of your mouth and they put a face and you're like, so is this how you gonna thank me? Is this how you gonna thank me? With attitude? Yo, their faces during that stage are absolutely hilarious. Like, you'll know when they're done. And they'll be satisfied. When they are babies and newborns, they do tend to fall asleep at the breast. So the best thing to do is I always used to kind of tickle them by the chin, tickle them under their feet, just to wake them up and keep them, because they get tired. Breastfeeding is a lot, especially for the jaw. It's a workout and a half. So you just want to make sure baby stays awake to feed. As they get older, they'll really get used to it, and once they're done, they'll detach and you know that they received everything they needed. Again, when they're younger, you do tend to feed from one boob, and then the next feed they feed from one boob. I did speak about this in one of my videos, which is newborn baby hacks. In order for you to keep track of which boob they fed from, just take something like a hair, that thing that you tie your hair up with, a hairband. Tie it around this and know that, okay, baby fed from my right. So the next time you have to feed, this one's empty, so you know, okay, baby needs to feed from the left, then you move it over to the left. Also, when you're pumping as well, if you're going to be pumping in different intervals, that works best for you to keep track, because you want to make sure they empty out each boob that they suck from. But yeah, guys, I don't want to make this any longer. I had to use my child's doll because my kids are at that age where they're not like breastfeeding, and I can't use them as examples because they're too big. But yeah, I hope this helped. I really hope it did. If you have any questions, any suggestions, any tips, I love when you do that. Write them down below. I'll always comment and I'll always support it. And again, guys, good luck with your breastfeeding journey. I hope it goes well, and we'll see each other again on Sunday. Bye.